I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really played versus GP in kind of a while. Early lane is always kind of hard, but level 9 plus feels pretty good. You can kill his barrels pretty easily with your W toggle. I am scared of Zac jungle though, man. I think Zac jungle is very underrated right now. He pulled the blue away, but he might die for it. Hey, thanks for the 5 months, Menace. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, his orange does cancel your stun, so it cancels your stun, and he can also cleanse your ball on your ulti. So the second part of your ulti he can cleanse. I'm just gonna block some of that Q damage. Yeah, like I said, early lane GP is basically like a range champ. And I had to leash, so that's just how top one goes. If you do have to leash, you kind of give up some of your early pressure. Titan CS though, not bad, man. Oh, that was awkward. I don't know if he did that auto cancel on purpose. Actually worked out really good for him. I haven't really tried fleet into GP. This is kind of a limit test, to be honest. I figured I wouldn't be proccing PTA that much in lane. Nice, we got 20 gold off that. That's a free melee minion. I don't think PTA is bad into GP, but I've been having pretty good fleet games. And I've been testing into a lot of range champs. Which I don't want to sound like a broken record, but yeah, GP is pretty much a range champ. He's more range than Urgot is in lane phase. Wow. We didn't lose a single person. Nice job. I wonder what happened down there. That's crazy. Okay, it looks like he's resetting. We'll try to get this wave shivved. Guess he used all of his corruption pots. Oh, I needed that mage. I guess it's fine. I have enough for Phage. I'm gonna go Hullbreaker this game. If my team is doing well already, we might just have to split push. Might just have to split push this game. We'll see. Their team fight is... I think their team fight is way better than our team fight. Hey, good to see you, Vaynard. Good to see you, Buddha's Belly. You always get wrecked versus GP. The lane is honestly tough, yeah. Getting through the early lane is everything versus GP. And then once you get W toggle, man, it's so much easier. One thing I'll say about GP though, at least the GPs that I play against, this is why I don't see him very much, is because it's only one tricks that play this champ. Like every single GP, no one randomly plays GP. Like you have to one trick him if you want to make him work in high elo. So that always makes the matchup a little bit harder, you know? It's always like it's always a one trick. There's some champions in top lane where it's not like that, right? So maybe the guy doesn't know exactly what he's doing. Which I would say most people still know what they're doing, like in Diamond Plus. But I don't know, going versus a one trick is always a lot different. Try to make this not look too obvious here. We got him. I was actually pretty close to missing that grinder, man. Really glad that landed. If I would have ran up and tried to trade when he was Q-poking me, it would have made it look too obvious for the gank. So I was literally just letting him poke me and just acting like I had no one nearby. Alright, that's good enough. I got TP back. He used all of his corruption pots doing that, so I'll take it. I'm pretty sure Solar Baka says to give first strike into Urgot as GP. But yeah, I have no idea. I feel like Grass was definitely more struggle in lane. But he gets a lot of gold off first strike. So I guess he scales better with first strike. And if the Urgot is pretty safe in lane phase, it is kind of a scaling matchup, so I could see it. Oh, what the heck? Zach was up here. I was gonna go see if he was on like Shelly or something. Yeah, dude, Zach is scary right now. They go that demonic Frostfire build. That build is so strong. I honestly feel like it's one of the best tank builds like ever. Oh my god, I'm missing everything. Okay, I guess he just still is. I was waiting for the fruit to use my ulti. He was holding onto it for so long. Building Hullbreaker again? In some matchups, yeah. I'm not building it every game. It's still decent. You just feel a little bit more squishier, but it's definitely still decent. How come you didn't buy boots? Is Phage better? Phage is better, yeah. If you can buy like a full component early on, it's pretty much always better. So on that first back, I had just enough for Phage. Getting that is way better than buying like boots, ruby, longsword. I mean, it does kind of depend on the matchup, but I would say most matchups, man, it's better to just have the stats. For sure. Like, one of the matchups I really did like early boots was Atrox, because dodging Q's everything. You can maybe argue it's better in that matchup, but I don't know. Buying a full item just feels so much better if you can. I wish I had my Q. Ooh, that's a kill. Into the grinder, buddy. No matter what, he's pretty much dead there. Like, even if he doesn't fruit early. Because all I have to do, if I land ulti, he's dead no matter what. It's really good to force a fight right there because I'm just on my hull breaker spike. So if I do get a kill, I pretty much just get his turret as well. And I see everyone on the map again too. It's actually really nice. That Zac is not playing topside at all this game. I should actually go key max this game second, but I guess I still can. Red buff might be up. Nah. Whoa, he's going Night Harvester on the Zac. He's going for the one-shot build. So by the way, is what I would have done there is I would have just, I would have slapped my ulti on him, but I wouldn't have pulled right away. Because he can't cleanse the ulti when it's just like chilling on him, like the first part of your ulti. He can only cleanse the pull. So I would have just used my ulti for the slow. And I could have killed him there. Even without using the pull. Eventually I could pull if I need to. Like, I'd still pull right at the end. But I would get as much time as just, like, slowing him as I could. Use my shotgun for that. Did he just drop a ward? He wants the cannon. This guy. He juked me for the cannon. He must have a ward here. Oh, maybe not. Oh my god, that timed perfectly. Okay, that was just pure luck. That was literally frame perfect timing to fruit, man. I've actually never seen that happen before. It's not going for the greedy recall, dang it. I should have just not pulled there, honestly. Should have just killed him with W. Like, that's an example of what I was saying earlier, pretty much. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I don't want to go there. Alright, not bad. We'll take it, we'll take it.
I am stronger than man, stronger than machine. I am an idea.
We'll probably just go bot here. We got Drake spawning anyway. I want to pressure bot side anyway right now. My team is going to play for Shelly after the Drake. Maybe before the Dragon. We'll see how it works out here. We should go for Drake first. That range increase on the grinder is so annoying. Yeah. It is kind of annoying sometimes. It's annoying when you die and like save somebody with your grinder. I've actually had that happen a decent amount of times. Oh, she's gonna get the recall off. Hullbreaker on Mundo. I've actually tried that before as well. That Hullbreaker Divine build is actually kind of fun on Mundo. It's definitely a more damage-heavy build, but you're still kind of tanky. Destroy towers with that build. I guess I will just go Emax, man. We'll just play it safe. Don't want to throw my shutdown this game. I think we're 2 games off Master Promos, by the way, guys, so... We're getting pretty close, man. I've been really trying to die less in these games.
Goliath online.
I've been trying to die less, and I've been trying to farm better. Those are, like, the main 2 things. And also just make, like, smarter decisions. Ooh. Did she walk into that? I got nothing. I can Q soon. Hey, Melty Bacon. Supposed to go Divine? I'm not sure if you're supposed to. That's what I did with that build. I don't know if it's like a legit build, but I was kind of limit testing it. It was definitely good for splitting. There's a really annoying split push Mundo build where you go Hullbreaker and then Chains, and you just go for the 1v1s. And those items are both really cheap, and HP is obviously like super good on Mundo. Oh, I'm so dead. The good old Gale Force. At least Zach got my shutdown. That's fine. I'm alright with that one. Dude, his E did 745 damage. That must have been 2 E's, right? Yeah, I think that was 2 E's. Yeah, AP Zach, man. He actually has pretty good ratios. He's gonna die super quick in team fights, but he has good burst. Yeah, look, Zoe pretty much one-shots him. I mean, we can make him back by just forcing here, yeah. Ooh. Nice. That's right, our Gale Force was down. What are my thoughts on the Fiora matchup? Pretty skill heavy on both sides, I would say. You can't really let that champion get a kill or two, or else you just lose. Oh, dude, almost a 1v4. The Hullbreaker, dude. Holy smokes, I was feeling the 1v4, man. Hullbreaker still feels decent? It still feels decent, yeah. It just doesn't feel like super OP anymore. Like, you can't face tank people because you do feel more squishy. But it does feel okay. I've been experimenting, man. I've been experimenting a lot lately. And I do think the item is going to get nerfed. Like, I think the item will get nerfed again, personally. Which is part of the reason why I'm experimenting so much. But honestly, Cleaver first has been feeling good in a lot of matchups. If you don't want to go Hull. Why did you flash over the wall? What were you dodging? I was dodging the Gangplank barrel. And then also trying to flash, like, to kill him. Nice. Our team is so fed, dude. They're so squishy, too.
I was not reborn in the depths. I merely refused to die.
Yeah, I don't know. Items like Sanguine Blade and like Hullbreaker, Banner of Command, ZZ Route Portal, I feel like they just never work out. I don't know why Riot keeps making them. Like, they always make these items and then they nerf them into the ground and then they just remove them. It's so weird. It's like they're trying to find something that works, but it just like, they just can't. It's really weird. I stole the Caitlyn snipe. Sorry, buddy. Ooh, close. GG, man. Not bad for a Gangplank lane, dude. I'll take that. And holy moly, thank you for the subs, guys. Iron Darius with the Penta gift. Holy moly. Yeah, thank you so much, dude. And good guy to girls with the resub. Thank you, sir. Dude, thank you for the support, guys. Holy moly. I wish I could say more than thank you, but I really do mean it, man. Whole team played pretty well. I think Viego was doing work just across the map. Top lane kind of felt like a 1v1 lane. That was actually kind of nice. 17.8k damage. Nice. Almost 10k turret damage. $79 LP, dude. Alright, Teemo with Ignite. PTA. Getting his ward is really good. I'm not a huge fan of the Teemo lane personally, but I don't think it's too bad for Urgot. As far as range matchups go, I think it is one of the easier ones if you can get to mid game. Early game's always tough versus range.
Their cries are calling me home.
Yeah, he's gonna have no ward for sure. Wow, nice combo. He couldn't do anything. That's really good too, because he has no TP back.
Carnage, as intoxicating as Chemtech.
I'm gonna try to make this not look too obvious. I don't like it. It's a really good play, though. Maybe this is why no one plays Teemo anymore. Maybe you just get hard camped on him. This is kind of forced, though. I can't really do much. He's kind of playing under turret here. Yeah, I do use F keys sometimes. It's kind of rare though. I don't use them too often.
I am stronger than man, stronger than machine. I am an idea.
I don't know if this guy wants to dive. I kind of want to take it back though. Yeah, we'll take it back here. What should I build into Teemo? Maybe Hullbreaker still? Definitely don't need Cleaver. Titanic would maybe be okay, but Hullbreaker sounds kind of nice. Haven't played this matchup since the Hullbreaker nerf. Is there any other champion that builds like Urgot? Honestly, not really. Urgot is pretty unique in the build path. I feel like a lot of champions just don't even get their mythic third item in general. Once I get 6, I can try to go for something here. Might need flash, we'll see. We'll see how he plays it. He hasn't got it back yet, or he hasn't got an item yet. Still just on D-ring. Oh, I thought I was gonna get 6 there. Ah, that's unlucky. I'm dead. This play is only greedy if jungle shows up. I also miscalculated my XP. You know what? We're gonna go longsword. I'm gonna kill this guy with flash. Thankfully, I don't lose too many minions. My lane is still completely fine. Oh, that's right. I should get a sweeper too. Having the yellow trinket's not bad for warding right now, but it would be nice to start sweeping his shrooms. Especially for setting up jungle ganks. I'm so happy I landed that ultimate, man. That's the difference maker right there. Nice, even with my flash down too. That means we can kill him again once my ulti's back up. It's a really good kill. Is it a good Merc Tread game? I really like Merc Treads in the Teemo, but they're pretty bad for the game. I think I'm still going to get them, though. Let's get a sweeper, too. It's going to lower his blind duration, which is all I need right now to kill him. Along with unflinching, too. Unflinching second one is really good in this matchup. Nice. Every Viego's looked so good lately, by the way. Any more shrooms? There's a ward over there, but I don't really have time to kill it. I'm trying to get him thinned down a little bit for the E flash play here.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Was not reborn in the depths. I merely refuse to die.
Oh, he poured it out. Nice.
Your team has destroyed a
Yeah, Viego's a very strong champ. I've noticed the ones in a like D1 Masters are so much better, man. That champion is pretty hard to play, to be fair. But yeah, if you can play him full potential, he's pretty insane.
An enemy has been slain.
That was a really good flash by him. I wonder if he had that warded. Trading flash isn't too bad, honestly. I gotta see their jungle show on the map if I want to play up here.
Killing spree.
If he's running at me, jungle's topside. He's trying to beta fight. Because we have 4-man mid right now and their jungle's not showing up. So he has to be top. If he's not backing up his team. The Teemo's way too confident. Someone's here. Yeah, Graves was hovering him. You always want to pay attention to like how your opponent is playing, especially if they're losing the matchup and they're playing aggressive. That means someone's hovering. Nice, dude. We have really good synergy with this guy. I guess we'll get the Teemo shroom real quick. Might die for this. Good thing I canceled that back. You know what? I'm actually not going to do Hull Breaker. We'll do this and just go into Cleaver. Samira can catch that wave, right? Unless she dies. I mean, this wave is gone. I wish I could TP in, man. I really wish I could TP in. Urgot mid isn't too bad. The mages are really hard to play against though. Like control mages are basically impossible to lane against. Or to get a lead on at least. But the thing that's nice about mid is you can play... The lane is shorter, so you can play closer to turret. You can actually be a little bit safer. Wow, nice. I almost let that one go. I feel like my pole was so short there. He actually ulted for that? The Heimer skin actually looks really similar to the Teemo, to the BMO. The BMO skin. So Mirror kind of going all in. Dude, that ward despawns so fast, I feel like.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Could try to snipe that, but it's a pike with E. If he sees me cast Aura, he should easily react. Thought he was gonna try to sidestep. Team should easily be able to do drag. I'm just gonna go top here.
Carnage, as intoxicating as Chemtech.
Yeah, Urgot's usually my go-to whenever I get mid lane. There honestly is some really fun matchups mid. Like basically any melee champion. But I feel like they've kind of moved a lot of the melee champs, at least in mid lane, to jungle. Like Talon and Diana were both pretty good matchups, and those champs are just jungles nowadays. Like people don't even play them mid. Probably because it's too annoying to play versus control mages. Don't know what happened, but Hullbreaker isn't as bad as it was yesterday. You're probably just playing better today. The item's definitely not terrible. I'm probably building it in like 70% of my games right now still. Your playstyle is always going to matter more than whatever build you go. Not to say build doesn't matter, it definitely does. Getting a lot more patient. Yeah, honestly, whenever I'm playing bad with Urgot, a lot of it is just me being too aggressive. Whenever I start playing the lane more patiently, it just starts going so much better. There's still like certain windows you want to play on with Urgot. Like, especially when you have flash up. Ah, okay. I don't know why I went for that. I should have just got the inhib, man. Alright, that was a bit stupid. Speaking of playing patiently and playing off E-Flash window, I literally just jinxed it. Honestly, dude. Let's just get Eclipse. This game's looking pretty good. This game's looking actually really good. Holy moly. My team is doing way better than I thought. Alright, see you later, Noxious. Atrox ban instead of Fiora. Yeah, honestly, I think they're both pretty good bans. For me personally, I do like the Trox ban a little bit more, but I do think Fiora is a decent ban. Depends on how much you struggle with it, though. I guess he already has a red buff. Yeah, you know what? We can probably just do this. I got a control ward anyway. Alright, let's go as a team here.
The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
Yeah, I haven't really been going Goron Urgot anymore. I do like Death Dance like super late game though. Meanwhile, Viega's 1v2 in.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. An enemy has been slain.
Jeez, that guy's tanky, man. Ooh.
You have been slain.
GG.
A summoner has disconnected.
Yeah, I still take TP a lot of games. I have been going Ignite in a few games. Like the really tough matchups. Darius, for example, I've been going Ignite in. Definitely giving that one to Jungle, man. Dude made the game easy. Not really too much damage in that one, but solid game.